Alright guys, first off, I want to apologize about not getting to the ROM review video, but I had too many issues with it, so I kind of had to install something else. But the good news is I have a review for MiUi on the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 for AT&T. Now this is also available for the other Note 2 variants, but because I have the AT&T version. So let's go down to About Phone. And you see we are running the 2.12.7 build. Now there is a newer build, but I decided to keep this one because I haven't had any issues out of it, and it's really good. But it says the model number is the T-Mobile version, so that doesn't really mess with the phone at all, but just figured I'd point that out. And we also have Android 4.1.2. So we have all the customizations of MiUi, of course. But if we go back, you see I have a Next launcher. If you want to use the stock MiUi launcher, that option is always there, but I don't care for the iOS type look of it, so I use Next Launcher. It's $15.99 in the Play Store, but I get the correct version because I'm not paying that for any launcher. So just a little heads up. So the features I like about this ROM is that it is based off of Touchwiz, so you have all the features of the S Pen and multi-window and everything like that you find on Jedi ROM. But it has a stock AOSP kind of look to it, and it also has all the MiUi, themes and their custom apps and everything like that. So if we go into the app drawer, you see we have all the stock MiUi apps, of course. We have their anti-spam app. We have their backup. I believe that backs up your apps. I'm not entirely sure. We have the custom browser. Take a look at this. See, we have the MiUi launcher, which is really good. It's a pretty fast launcher. So let's go back. We have the stock calculator, calendar. One thing I kind of miss is that they did include a custom gallery. They have the MiUi gallery. I kind of wish they would have left the stock Samsung gallery because it did look better. But that's just a personal preference. You have FM radio. Skip that. You see earphones are not connected because I don't have my headphones plugged in. You have their custom file manager. You have a compass. I'm not sure why you would use a compass, but I guess it's a nice feature to have. So if you're one of those people that do use it, it's there. You have the stock AOSP email app. One thing that's different is you get the Chinese market. Now this may or may not be cool, but I don't know. Like, I haven't installed anything from here, but I guess if you want to, you can try it out. So I'm gonna go back because I never really messed with it. And if you scroll over, we have their network assistant. I guess that helps you so you don't go over your data, which is pretty cool. We have notes, which is kind of like S-Note, password protection, permission manager, and we have S-Note, so you can still use your Samsung S Pen features. You do have Torch, and it works. One thing I like is that it works on the lock screen. So if I lock it and I unlock it, you can press and hold home, and the torch comes on, so that's always nice. Pretty nice feature, actually. And we have the themes. So let's go to this one. You see, I do have the stock theme applied, but I have all these other themes that I downloaded. Or we can go online. And also, we can mix and match them. So say you like the lock screen of one theme, like the Transformers one, but you want to keep the icons of a, say, ICS or Jelly Bean theme, and then have a different status bar. Well, if we go into lock screen, you get to choose the custom lock screen that you want, and then you just hit apply. It applies. It doesn't take that long. And then you can go back and you want a different lock screen wallpaper or a different home screen wallpaper, different icons. You see I had the MiUi version 4 icons set. They're kind of like the ICS looking icons. Probably seen those when I looked at the MiUi launcher. So if we lock it now and unlock it, we now have the Transformers lock screen, which is awesome. You can also change the boot animation, which I have done. I changed it to blue. I can't read Chinese, so I'm not even gonna try. You can also change your sounds for everything. See, I didn't really change much. I kind of left it stock because I liked how it looked in the first place. But if we go back, this does have Super SU, so that's a little heads up. Google Now is kind of, it works, but it's kind of finicky. So if we go over to Google Now, that was search. Sorry. Wrong Google Now app. First page. No. Where's Google Now? Okay, here we go. I don't know why this isn't in alphabetical order. It's kind of, I don't know. So you see, it's kind of weird because I have two packages that have shipped, but it's only showing the one. So I don't know if that's an issue with Google Now or this ROM. So that's just a little heads up. Change this to alphabetical order. Makes my life a lot easier. And let's go back. So some of the issues that I've had on this are after you end a phone call, the android.apps.phone will force close if you hit OK. And then you randomly lose service. I'm not sure why, but you randomly lose service every now and then. So that's something you should look forward to. Now you do have the MiUI style toggles where you can mess with your brightness and all these little toggles right here. You can also jump into settings at the top right corner. So if we go back, let's go into system settings and check out some of the customizations. So see, the MiUI settings look pretty different, but they're still pretty nice. You have your airplane mode, mobile networks, your Wi-Fi. It's called WLAN, and then you have Bluetooth. You have more. This is where you get your NFC and Android Beam. Just have your custom display, where your brightness, wallpaper. This is where you mess with the MiUI launcher. So if you go to this, you can mess with the transition and also the wallpaper scroll types and the cell layout, the grid. And then you can keep in memory and also the icon shadow. So we have the font size, auto rotate it. So if you want it to rotate, it's pretty nice. Now let's keep going. We have sound, where you can change your ringtone to anything you want. The vibration level, I noticed that didn't work. So when trying to change the sound level, it doesn't work at all. Not sure why. This is where you can mess with your toggles. You can mess with their position. So say you want Bluetooth underneath sync, you can mess with that. Let's go back. You can collapse after clicked. You can customize the status bar notifications. No notification for a successful screenshot. Show network speed. So if I turn that on, see a 0 point. That's kind of okay. So it has taken a minute to kind of get on there, but if we go down, we have security, we have location, my accounts. In order to use these themes, you do have to have a custom Chinese account. It was kind of hard getting it to register because you had to go to their website, and reading Chinese is kind of I don't really do that. And for battery use, see, right now I'm at 38%. I've been using this phone for 10 hours. Screen on time is 5 hours and 53 minutes, so almost 6 hours. And I've been playing games and watching Netflix. I actually watched an entire Netflix movie, been downloading some torrents, and I was playing some Minecraft. So battery life on this phone is pretty awesome, actually. It's on par with the others, Touchwiz ROMs like Jedi ROM, Clean ROM, stuff like that. So if we keep going, we have our storage. We can mess with the buttons. So hold key to open voice assist. So that's how you get to go now. Probably should just use that in the first place. I kind of feel dumb. So the back key, if you want to, you can have it to where if you press and hold, it closes an app. So if you're stuck in an app, like I was using this PPSSPP for PSP, it was an emulator, and it kind of force closed. Well, it's just stopped working. So if I would have had that enabled, I could press and hold back, and it would force close the app for me. Hold key to snapshot when screen. It doesn't let me say the rest. And then the power button, you can disable that on the lock screen. Now if we go into settings, this is where you have all of your custom Samsung features. So we still have our S Beam, which is the same as Android Beam. Not sure why they changed that. We have it to where we can control all our devices. If we go into display, we have our LED indicator. We have our screen mode. I like this about the stock ROM. You can change the colors of the screen, so you can change them to what you like. So that's pretty cool. Then you have the touch key light duration and auto adjust screen tone, and then smart stay, which I use a lot because if I'm looking at the screen, it doesn't turn the screen off when I'm looking at it, which is always big benefit. I don't use power saving, but if we go into S Pen, you still have all of your custom S Pen features as you do on the other Samsung ROMs. So if we go back, have our accessories, and go back. So now we just have dock, date and time, other stuff that's not really anything out of the ordinary. So the S Pen does work. So See, I can scroll through the home screen. I can go into here. I can push in the button, and I can cut around this for it to pop up. And it does that little crop thing, which is pretty cool. One thing that doesn't work is if you press and hold on the home screen, or any screen for that matter, it doesn't take the screenshot for you to edit it. You can still double tap and the S Note pops up, so you can write anything that you want. That's supposed to be hey there, but wow, that's crappy handwriting. But everything else works, but the where you press and hold on the screen for the screenshot, which I think that's a real bummer because I use that all the time. Because you take the screenshot and then you can write on the picture and everything else. Now, since this is based on Touchwiz, you do have the Touchwiz camera. So instead of the crappy AOSP camera app, you can press and it focuses on what you press on. So if I bring in my OTG adapter, I can have it where it focuses or not. Fail. So you see how it's focusing on that and the background is kind of blurred? Well, if I focus on that, you see now that's kind of blurred, and yeah. So, Samsung. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you guys the lock screen. Awesome Transformers effect. Now, this isn't a issue at all for most people, but it is kind of for me. On the lock screen, you can't pull down your notification drawer. It doesn't let you. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but it's kind of irritates me. You can double tap and get your music. Awesome lock screen, just awesome. But everything works on this ROM for the most part. If you have any issues, just always reboot your phone and see if that does fix it. And if you don't know how to install this ROM, I feel bad for you. You just gotta wipe data, wipe system, wipe cache, wipe Dalvik cache, and install. So it's pretty simple. Get that off there. You do have your 3-in-1 reboot menu, custom power menu. I don't even know what that is. I'm just gonna, whoa, okay. I'm gonna end this video now. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry about that tweet.